Waxman Talking Friday edition, where I usually talk about idealistic stuff. And today I'm talking about the greenhouse effect again. I mean, these numbers I've got right now from carbon CO2.earth are actually the first really positive news I've seen in months. Or years even. Like these numbers, the top one should be 4 parts per million, and it's 1. So maybe the Paris Accord made a difference. Don't know. But I'm really all about the cleaning up the deserts, revegetating the deserts, because that's reversible. Like a lot of the solar panels and electric cars that are going in right now, that's not really reversible. They'll be there no matter what, even if global cooling becomes a problem. I mean, is global cooling a problem? Not in the near future, but maybe more in the long term. So the desert, we could always just plow it under. Yeah, I just gotta be a little skeptical here. I went to Moana Loa data and looked at it for over the 5 or 6 years. And like those numbers that in that little blurb that they released were wrong or different. Like the actual 2018 data is 408 parts per million. So it didn't only go up by 1, it went up by 2. And if you look at 2011 and 12, it went up by 2 then also. The interesting thing is when you look at 2014 to 15, it went from 398 to 404. So it went up by 6. So clearly there's a lot of deviance in the numbers and it doesn't mean anything. But you gotta celebrate when you can, I guess. So we do. Well, all these institutions are trying to work on the greenhouse effect. There's lots of people and institutions making efforts to do something, but there's nothing really happening. Look, those numbers probably aren't that amazing. Uh, so maybe it still falls a little bit to a dude on the internet in his efforts to do something. So I'm not gonna pull the clip again. I've used it about 50 times. Thing where um, Peyton is talking about greening up the revegetating the deserts, and I'm just my proposal is a prototype project for this summer and haven't figured out where to do it yet. I mean, America's not in the picture, although it would be good. But Donald Trump has put a tax on solar panels now, or a tariff. So, you can't bring solar panels there very cheaply. So probably Mexico is better. But I mean, the problem is security. Like if you put a bunch of fancy equipment on there, you have to have a security person around. And that's an added expense. I don't know. Anyway, so we're talking about, say, 10 acres, not a huge amount. And we've decided that the botany doesn't really matter. I mean, the desert knows how to clean up. Like I saw a documentary where after rainfall, there's just total blooming of the desert. There's seeds everywhere, and it cleans up naturally really quite well. But I mean, will succession take place? Like, would your plants come in if you just keep watering? I don't know. That's an interesting question. I mean, the goal is to show that this is possible. So you need a place with seawater access, some seawater to desalinate. And man, I found another paper where down in Mexico they've done another project with 1.1 cent photovoltaics. Like they're becoming super cheap. 1.1 per kilowatt. 1.1 cents. We're talking about $11 a megawatt. $11,000 a gigawatt. I don't know. But if you have enough power, like lots of power, you can desalinate salt water and irrigate the desert. And then green things will happen. And that will cause carbon to be fixed. And the ppm in the sky might go down by a bit. I mean, I don't think we can do a big enough project to show those results, but a prototype is still valuable. I mean, if a prototype the first year is successful, then 10 prototypes the second year is possible. But the amount of work before the ppm is pulled down a bit, that'd be interesting to find out. I mean, 1,000 acres, 10,000 acres. Like, you have to find land that's super cheap, and some desert land is super cheap. But I haven't really found it yet. It has to be close to the ocean too, and that's a problem. But it's probably doable. Yeah, looking back on that, I have a few questions like how It's a guy in a wheelchair gonna do this? This is totally dreaming. Well, I obviously I need partners because someone has to be there. I think. I mean, we're not talking about the stuff from Sundrop Farms and Sahara Forest Project, that those compressed water things. I forget what it's called. CFG or something. Solar CSG. No, CS. Whatever. I'm talking about photovoltaic driving reverse osmosis, which is a bit expensive, and someone has to set it up and do the reverse osmosis tricks. And that's never even been done as far as I know. I think the projects that have been done are all fossil fuel powered. But anyway, given that it's possible and that a partner could be found, and then given that a caretaker could be found, because otherwise the gear would get stolen, then it could be done. But the problem with this project is that you need to prove that it's succeeded. Like, sure, you have got a bunch of dead screened up, but how to prove that that's doing any good? So maybe it takes a year or two to bring on some woodier plants, and maybe like after the first crops are put in, maybe trees need to be planted. Then, I mean, trees are the best carbon fixers as far as we know, as far as my research has shown. But my research is probably wrong. There's lots of people who know a lot more about these things than me. And then, other things come into this, like once you get big, like 10,000 acres, maybe Sundrop Farms type of stuff should be done, like a little cash crop project to make some money. That'd be valuable, because just cleaning up the desert is pretty hard.